Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Espresso Yourself, our small coffee shop. Today we're going to talk about the value of health and wellness at Espresso Yourself. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is stress. Now, the question you might ask is, what is stress? So, stress is the body's way of responding to something that is overstraining you mentally or physically. Now, this can be related to school, relationships, or even work. This can also be from financial problems, family problems. It could be a lot of things. Now, stress can build up over time, and this can cause long-term health issues. Some small signs of stress that can be normalized for just any small things can be fatigued, headaches, and loss of appetite. And there's also much more signs. Stress can also cause other mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Now, if you do already have anxiety and depression, it can already heavily increase those issues. Now, why does health and wellness matter? So, the first thing is focusing on health and wellness will reduce your stress. Yes, it is that simple. Um, Focusing on your health and wellness will help with having high motivation and productivity. You will have more energy to do fun things on your free time. It will help decrease anxiety levels. It also may help if you do have depression. It will improve your physical health and fitness, keep your vital organs going and healthy. This can be your heart, your lungs, your brain. All those things can be really negatively impacted if you are not watching your stress levels. That's why it's so important to value your health and wellness. It will help you live a longer and happier life. And it'll also keep a balance between health and work, which is very important. Now, I know sometimes it can be a challenge when you work in customer service. There can be a lot of issues if a customer doesn't like their beverage, if there's complaints, if it's busy or short-staffed, that can all lead up to stress. Now, ideally, when you go home, you don't want to feel that stress and have it linger onto your next shift. So that's why you really do want to value your health and wellness. And that's why at Espresso Yourself, we do care and value about your health and wellness. Now let's talk about some ways to de-stress. So first things first is get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. Your sleep really matters. Even 7 hours can be good, but ideally you want to get anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. You want to eat healthy food and drink lots of water. Take deep breaths and roll your shoulders back. Sometimes even doing some small stretches can really help lift that tension off of your body. You can participate in light or heavy exercise, whatever your preference is. Spend time with family and friends, relax at home, watch a movie or your favorite TV show, or even read your favorite book. Do a small, easygoing activity that you find relaxing. And if needed, you can seek help and talk to someone. It is okay to reach out to someone and receive help. Maybe that's a therapist, maybe that's talking it out with a family or friend, someone that you trust. It's just very important that when you are stressed, it's a good idea to just talk your feelings out. Now, one of the most important things that we really want you to do at Espresso Yourself is communicate with your supervisor if you need time off to decompress or if there is an issue that you need to talk out. So, if there's something wrong with your schedule or maybe the workload's too much, communicate the issue so we can help you resolve it because we don't want you to come into work stressed. Now, let's talk about some physical activities to help you de-stress. Now, these are going to range from things that can be rigorous or things that could be a little more on the calm side, just depends on your own activity level of your preference. So we have walking or running. You can go for a small walk or a power walk. You could go for a light jog or even go full for sprint. Everyone is different. You might prefer to take it really light, and some prefer to go really hard on the run because they feel like that helps them release the most steam. It's going to vary by each person. Going to the gym, this can maybe be lifting weights or taking an exercise class. Swimming could be swimming indoors, outdoors, maybe even aerobics class. Field sports such as football, soccer, hockey, lacrosse. Take a yoga class. That could be really nice and relaxing. Pilates. Pilates is a really great way to relax because it centers on your breathing and helps exercise your core. So Pilates is a really great way to just relax, but you're also still getting that good workout. Playing pickleball or tennis. Pickleball is really great because it is very similar to tennis, except it might be a little less excruciating, less physically demanding. So if you do find yourself a little bit tired and you don't want to go too hard, pickleball might be a great choice, or even badminton. Rock climbing can be great. This can be done indoors or outdoors. They do have places nearby that you can go rock climbing at. Go to a trampoline park. You're never too old to go and have fun. Trampoline parks are open to everyone. It's a great way to get some exercise, but also just to jump around and blow off some steam. Last thing is going for a hike. This might be what many people opt for. You can go for a hike at a nice, beautiful view, and it can not only relax you with the physical activity, but also just the scenery. And another thing is you could bring a friend with you and have a nice visit. Now, if you don't really want to do anything too physical, you can opt for some more relaxing activities. This can be reading, listening to music, watching a movie or a TV show, writing down your thoughts. So, this is where journaling comes in. Journaling can be very important if you do struggle with stress or even anxiety or depression, is writing down your thoughts. And you could play a board game with your family or friends. Play video games. While some people might not be fans of video games, it's a great way to just kind of zone out, forget about the stress of work and school, and just enjoy yourself. Painting. Painting is a great thing. You could do this by yourself, or you could even take a class. Completing a puzzle. Puzzles are great. It's just very relaxing. You could sit down, you could purchase a puzzle quite literally anywhere. You get at the Dollar Tree for a low cost. Having a cup of tea can relax you, especially if you have chamomile tea. It is known for relaxing and could actually help you sleep if you do have a hard time sleeping. And last thing is going to be cooking or baking. Now, some people might not find this so relaxing if this is kind of a chore, but it can be, especially if you do it with others. Now, in conclusion, stress is normal and can build up over time. Now, most people do struggle with stress over their life, and stress can be normal, especially when you're starting a new job. The important thing to remember is stress can negatively impact our physical and mental health. So, if we don't take care of stress and find ways to cope or work through it, it can cause bigger issues down the road. Now, we've learned is we can decrease our stress levels by taking action. So this can be through uh, doing some physical activities or relaxing activities. You can talk to a family member or friend, or even communicate with your supervisor. When we manage our stress levels, we will be happier and healthier. We will be more focused and productive at work. So when you take time to de-stress and relax yourself, you will come in to work the next day ready to go and with a clear mind. And it will just make the day go quite much more smoother for yourself. Stress can be managed by doing physical or relaxing activities. Stress management activities can be done by yourself or with friends and family. And then the last thing, which is probably the most important, is you can always reach out to your supervisor to communicate anything that is causing you stress or if you need a mental health day. Now, it's very important that at Espresso yourself, you do communicate with your supervisors if you are feeling overwhelmed by the workload or the hours, or even if we're short-staffed or it's busy. You must communicate that to us so that way we can find a way to work with you and hopefully find a solution because end of the day we do care about your health and well-being and we value it. We want you to come into work and not be overwhelmed. But also another thing to remember is that the less stressed that you are over here, the longer you will stay. At the end of the day, we want you to stay here for as long as you would like, and we want you to enjoy where you work. Now, thank you for watching this presentation and hope you've learned something about how to manage stress. Thank you.